Hi, my name is Rick Sanchez. I'm with a company called Tractor Tip Equipment, and what we have for sale here today is a Komatsu PC360. It's a 36 metric ton machine. It's an LC-10. LC stands for long carriage, so this has got a longer carriage than standard. And then the -10 is a series. We're going to talk a little bit about the mechanics of this particular machine in the first part of the video, the operating specs on the second part of the video, and then we'll run it in the third clip. If you buy this machine from me or any of the others that I have for sale, we have a couple of big water tankers. I've got another PC360 right there. I've got a Case CX350, and then we've got a Volvo 360 as well. So point being is, if you buy any of these tractors from me or anything that I have for sale, you're going to be dealing with Pro Provencio, who's my right-hand man. He's the guy running the camera. The serial number of this machine is A like Apple 3343. I'm going to leave that last digit blank. Price on a new machine like this these days is about, I don't know, anywhere from $450,000 to $500,000. As far as manufacturers go, the Komatsu is #1 in the manufacturing and sale of excavators in the United States and around the world. As a matter of fact, they pretty much dominate the excavator market. They have 65% of the excavator market. In other words, there's more Komatsu excavators sold in the United States and around the world than all of the other machines put together. That's Caterpillar, John Deere, Hitachi, Kobelco. They sell more machines and manufacture more machines than any other manufacturer, and that's not because they're cheap. They build solid, reputable, reliable machines that stand the test of time. This machine weighs about 79,000 pounds. The widest point are those tracks right there at 11 foot 4 inches. The highest point is the top of the cab at 10.5 feet. And the transportation length, when this machine is curled up into transport profile from the end of that knuckle right there to the end of the counterweight, is 32 feet. Comparable machines are maybe like a Cat 330 DL, maybe a John Deere 370. As far as the history of this unit goes, this machine, like almost every machine we purchase, is an original owner Dallas, Texas machine. I say that because it's essentially a rust-free machine. You can see where the paint's rubbed off this bucket and the rainwater's gotten to it, but it in no way, shape, or form is a rust-pervasive machine. We're about, I don't know, 300 or 400 miles from the ocean, and we're far enough south so the only salt we see is the salt on our kitchen table. We don't work in a corrosive environment. Just about every machine we purchase comes from one of about 30 different contractors or large contractor or municipality that we deal with here in the Metroplex. This machine came from a company that I've done business with for over 25 years, and we've been happy. We've traded back and forth. I've been happy with all the machines that I bought from them, and it should be said that before I purchase any machine, I have a couple of mechanics go out and inspect it, and if they give it a thumbs up, then Pro Provencio goes out and he inspects it, and if he gives it a thumbs up, then I personally go out and I inspect it before I write a check. So these machines are 3 and 4 times vetted before I even consider going to look at the machine or even writing a check. This machine has got a pattern control. As far as options go, it's got a pattern control change valve that's up on the top deck there. I'll show that to you in a little bit. It's got a camera right here, a rear camera for safety. Does this have a key battery disconnect, Pro?
No, this one don't.
Okay.
No, it don't.
Never mind on that. But it's got an enclosed cab. AC blows ice cold. Heater works. There's a 12-volt outlet in there. As far as the engine goes, we'll talk about that here in a little bit. But this machine is mechanically strong. There's no leaks on it. Absolutely everything works. Top speed is 3.4 miles an hour. The undercarriage, as you can see, is about 85%. There's no leaks on the final drives. The final drives have got plenty of power to counter rotate with no problem. This bucket right here, the width of this bucket is, excuse me, is 64 inches as it sits right now. If you were to put side cutters on this bucket, it would make it a 72-inch bucket. The height of this bucket is 6 feet and the depth is 6 foot 8 inches. It's about a 2-yard bucket. The maximum dig depth on this machine is 22 feet. The maximum reach at ground level from the center of that swing over there is 36 feet. The maximum dig height is 22 feet. The breakout force on this tractor is 58,000 pounds. The shoe width is 33 inches. Got a 33-inch pad, which I believe is a wider than standard pad. It's the widest pad you can get on this excavator, which helps on stability, lifting capacity, and everything else. The track on the ground is 13.5 feet, and the PSI rating is 8.3 pounds. So, Pro, what do you think of this machine?
It's a good machine. I like it. Starts right up. The AC is the best thing.
It runs good. Pro knows he's been running tractors his whole life. So have I, but not as much as him. I mainly owned them.
Okay.
All right, so this engine is a Tier 4 engine. This machine, you don't need to, because it's a Tier 4, you have that regeneration stuff, but you don't have to stop this engine for the regeneration. I read this machine is 15%, has 15% better fuel efficiency. It's a SAA6D 114E-5 engine. You got a 160 gallon fuel tank, which will run you 14 to as many as 20 hours of operation on a single tank of fuel. There's the So that's it for the engine. All right, so this is the inside of the cab here. Here's your ignition switch, which turns on that.
Hi, I'm Clint Tillison with United Ag and Turf. If you've got pastures to serve around business community, we can arrange.
It turns on your. There's your radio right there, your volume control. Oops. Sorry about that. I'm not real good at
making it perfect for anything around your place.
Offer ends October 30th, 2020.
This is the seat.
Now, let's get to work.
And here's your camera in the back. It's a good running engine. there's the pattern control change valve. I said it was done from the monitor panel. It's not. It's done right there. I was looking for that. That forklift weighs about 9,000 pounds. PC360. All right, guys, we're gonna load that